This was in the early days of the breathalyzer, so people had no conscience about drinking and driving.
One of the best decisions I ever made was,
I guess the decision I had was when I was, just before I was 18, and I was living in children's homes and prisons and borsals and institutions, and I had no parents and background, and I saved enough money and got myself an offshore survival and firefighting certificate, went in the oil industry, went around the world, and yeah, the rest is history.
I think the first time I ever watched the film Trainspotting by Danny Boyle, the first time I watched that, I realised this is something I would love to do. I'd love to make something like this.
But that was the best decision I ever made, was do I stay on the street and be a bum, or do I work my ass off, paint walls for dirty people, clean toilets for dirty people, save enough money to go and get my offshore survival and firefighting certificate. And now I'm living in Chiswick with MS, unfortunately, but it's still a beautiful thing.
I was 16. Something I love in all films is when they have a good soundtrack, a really good soundtrack, and I think the Trainspotting soundtrack is one of the best out there. So when I watched that and I saw how he incorporated music into his clips and the cinematography and stuff, I just thought it was amazing.
Then it was £355 to go on a PTANS course, and being 18, I'm 57 now, being 18 the year beforehand was extremely difficult to get cash jobs even back then. But I managed to save up the money and took it into PTANS in cash, and they said, okay, Mr. Blah Blah, you can come on this day, and I took the 5-day course and got thrown in the sea and got all this kind of thing, and yeah, like I say, and the rest. Good afternoon, sir. And how diddle do you on this doodle diddle day? Daddy bloody diddle.
I'm in year 13 and I've got my A-levels in about 3 weeks' time. Once they're done, I'm hopeful to go to Exeter University to study film and TV. And whilst I'm studying there, I'm going to try and do some projects on the side to kind of get more into filmmaking, try out different roles like producing or things like that, and writing, and just try out the industry.
One of the best decisions I've ever made was, can I have two best decisions? First one was staying at my parents' house on Christmas Day 1969, just long enough to meet the lady who became my wife, and we've been together for 56 years. I very nearly went out. I said, I'm not staying to entertain your guests, I'm off. Car arrived, 2 girls got out, my brother and I, we were both leaving. 2 girls got out, I said to my brother, I don't know about you, but I'm staying. And he said, so am I. And I've been with my wife from that day on ever since, 56 and a half years.
Can I say, like, my dog? Yeah, cause I'm studying here in UK and doing my undergraduate studies. And in my first year, I was so lost because I don't have any local friends, and couldn't make any, like, I don't know what's the connection of this society in UK. So I don't know what to do, and I just get a dog. Yeah, I just don't know what to do. So
my mother was a devout Irish Catholic, and my father was recently converted to Catholicism late in life following a bereavement that messed him up. So he became a Catholic. Christmas Day 1969, they went off to church, to Mass, Catholic Mass, Christmas Mass. And of course, in true Irish tradition, half of the congregation went straight from Mass to the pub. And my parents stayed there for a very, very long time, whilst my brother, my sister and I were waiting for our Christmas dinner. No sign of my parents, no sign of any food coming, no sign of any Christmas festivities. Eventually they rolled up. This was in the early days of the breathalyzer, so people had no conscience about drinking and driving.
and the first day I brought him out, And everybody just like crushing over to me like, wow, how old is he? And I said 8 weeks. I said, oh my God, can this ever be possible? And yeah, so that's how I make a lot of friends.
They rolled up with an Irish couple in tow, and they carried on drinking. And then when we finally got rid of this couple, they went, I heard my father saying, to my horror, saying, come back at 8 o'clock and bring your daughters. Now, I just left 12 years in Catholic boarding schools. I had hair down to my shoulders. My father was very concerned about the fact that all boys boarding schools, that I'd had no contact with girls. So he kept introducing me to the daughters of his friends, who I'm sure lovely people, but none of them were quite to my liking aesthetically.
For me, my best decision, maybe I recognized her and she became my girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
And when I heard him say, bring back your daughters, I said, I'm out of here. I phoned my mate Joe and said, Joe, I've got to get out of the house. Can I come round to your place? My brother, younger brother, standing next to me, he said, can I come too? So at 10 to 8, we were making our timely getaway, standing on the front doorstep, and suddenly a Hillman Minx swept into the drive with an Irish couple in the front and 2 figures in the back. Doors opened, and you know the rest of the story.
One of the best decisions I ever made was, I was not very open with my feelings. So I used to maybe ignore the negative emotions which I got from somewhere or generated within me, and I used to ignore it and move on. And I think that got accumulated.
When I was on the way to a job interview a couple of years ago, and I was an hour into the journey, and then I realised that it was way too far for me to go. But I still carried on, and I went to the interview.
Stop thinking about those bad notions. Relax your mind. Be good to self. I think be good to self. And these are small steps, but they have really brought a very positive feeling in me. And I started exploring the bubbliness in me in various forms, which I think brings cheer to me.
6 months later, the same company contacted me and offered me to take over Porsche West London. So that was the best decision I made.
So yes, I'm on certain medications. I'm seeking external help. There is always something to unlearn. Unlearning is very important. If you think something is amiss, something is misplaced, something is not going down right the way you think, unlearn it. So I'm into that unlearning phase. This is the final word. I'm into unlearning journey. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I hope the next guy or lady isn't as garrulous and verbose as me, but you probably didn't expect such a torrent of verbiage, but you got it for what it's worth.